Assalamualaikum students. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum students. I am Sabir Hasnain, your science subject teacher from grade 8. In this lecture, we will further discuss from chapter number 10, pressure and movements. In previous lectures, we discussed about pressure, later on pressure due to the solids, then gases, and at last we discuss about pressure due to liquids. And through formula of pressure P equal to rho GH, we discuss about the dependence of pressure on different factors like density and depth and gravity. Today our aim is to discuss about the hydraulic press. So hydraulic machines are machines which we use in which we use liquids to transmit force. This is called hydraulic pressure. So it means hydraulic machine is a machine in which we use liquids to transmit force from one place to another place, and this force can be multiplied by applying a very small force. We can get a large amount of force. Okay, so this is that, and it exerts large pressure, so that's called hydraulic pressure. Okay, these machines rely on two properties of liquids. Number one, as you know, liquids are very difficult to compress because their molecules or particles are very close to each other, so it's very hard to compress liquid rather than as compared to gases, because gas molecules are far away from each other. Number 2 point, if a trapped liquid is put under pressure, if you exert pressure on the liquid, that liquid transmit all the pressure in all directions. Okay, if you remember the previous example of the bottle or your body into the swimming pool, I told you when you jumped into the swimming pool, your body will feel pressure from the surrounding, and that is definitely water. Okay, so water exerts pressure on your body, and the amount of pressure is same from all directions. It means that liquid, that water exerts or transmit pressure equally throughout the liquid. Okay, let's discuss the two examples. The first one, in the hydraulic press, in the first example, hydraulic press, look, we in a hydraulic press, on left hand side we have a piston having a small area A1. So here we will apply a small force. A small force is applied on a piston having a small area. Okay, and on the other end we have large area. Okay, and we put a heavy weight on it. Okay, so and in between this we have a liquid or fluid in it. Okay, and this liquid definitely exerts pressure. So how this liquid exerts pressure? When we put a small weight on it, okay, so a small force is applied on a piston having a small area, and you know pressure equal to force per unit area, and then force equal to definitely P into A1. So this pressure is transmitted to the liquid, and this further liquid as I told you in the previous slide, pressure is transmitted in all directions equally. So from this end, I mean from a smaller area, pressure would be transmitted to the other end where the area would be large. So here the area would be large on right hand side, so pressure is transmitted from left side towards the right side. Okay, So the pressure P has the same value, okay, at all points at the same height in the fluid, okay. That's so here pressure has the same value in all directions at the same height. So it exerts pressure. So this pressure push the heavy object in upward direction. So it exerts force, and this force is directed in upward direction. The weight of this body, weight of the car, is directed downward, but this force due to the pressure of liquid is directed upward direction. So acting so it means this force acts in upward direction, and it can easily push the car in upward direction. So we can lift the car very easily by applying a small force. So that's why it's a force multiplier. Okay, that's why it's a force multiplier. A small force, by application of small force, we can get a large force or create a large force. Okay, so acting now. So thus the third point is acting on a piston with a large area. The pressure creates a force that can support a car. Okay, so we can easily lift this car, and it's a force multiplier, you know very well. Now come towards the next example, and that is the example of brake. Okay, pressure brake. We applied this brake, we use this brake every day. As you know, in our vehicles we use fluids. Engine, for engine we use fluid, for brake oil, engine oil, gear oil, okay. So steering oil. So definitely brake oil is one of the example, okay. And again, brake oil is a liquid. So here on the brake pedal we apply a very small force, just a little push from our foot, okay. And this little push is linked to the small piston having the small area, and so by application of small force to our foot on a small piston, and here we have a brake fluid or brake oil. So this piston push the fluid or brake oil in forward direction, and it exerts pressure, and this pressure is transmitted equally in all directions. So this pressure is transmitted to the large piston towards the tire, okay, and it pushes this large area to the tire, and then when brakes will touch the tire, and that will slow down the car. So it is another example of the hydraulic press. I hope you learned a lot from this video. In next video lecture we will further discuss about pressure and different things. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.